Okay, welcome back, Kerbal Space Program. It's going to be a special episode. You know, a couple episodes ago, we placed a Sentinel telescope around Eve, and it was checking the okay, it was checking the orbit around Kerbin just to make sure, see if we could find any asteroids that would be endangering Kerbin. Well, we found a couple that were coming close to Kerbin. And the other night I went and got one. It just came within the sphere of influence, and it wasn't going to hit or impact or anything. But just as practice, I went and got it. I've rendezvoused with a couple of asteroids in my time, just a few. I've brought one around Kerbin. I've just got this one. I will have to make another maneuver here in a couple of days. It's going to bring it around the moon, and then I'm not going to capture it around the moon, but I just want to get the inclination closer to, here. Right now, it came in at a really high angle, but I managed to grab it. I don't have a whole lot of delta V left in that rocket, so I'm going to get it closer, and then we'll work on it and get it down closer. So that's probably the second one in this gameplay. But right now, what we're going to do, and I'm going to do it in as many episodes as it takes without jump cuts. I don't edit videos or anything. I think it was A1C or AIC 094. It is an impactor. It is going to impact Kerbin. So what I want to do is I want to try to get it. Now I am not very good at this. I know, let's see where it comes in at on Kerbin. It's going to come in from below us. So of course, I'm going to launch in the right direction and get it and hopefully catch it. Hopefully catch it in time. I'm really good. I've watched a lot of people do videos, and they're all doing videos on sphere of influence. This asteroid comes into the sphere of influence of Kerbin, but I hadn't seen any with an impactor. But I did happen to see one. Last night I was watching, I think it was HOC Gaming, and he did an impacting asteroid, and he went and got it. But there was a few jump cuts, and I was thinking, well, how did he do this, or how did he do that? So I'm going to try to mimic kind of what he was doing. His suggestion was to let the asteroid come within 12 days of Kerbin from joining the influence, getting into the influence. Now, if you play a lot, you'll know that leaving Kerbin, flying out to Minmus, that takes about 9 to 13 days. It depends, about 9 days. If you go out there a little bit higher, it's about 13 days, and then you come back down. So if HOC was, kind of doing what I'm going to do here, this should appear about 13 days before Kerbin. So if I'm going out there, I want to leave about 13 days before this gets here. That way I'm out there when he comes in. When he comes into the sphere of influence, I'll be, at that distance, kind of waiting on him. As long as I don't, overshoot. Like if I'm too early, then I'm going to be coming down back to Kerbin, and the asteroid's going to be behind me. I don't know, how. I'm sure there's some mathematical stuff to do, but anyway, well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a asteroid redirect. This is an impactor, so we want to get out there and push this away. We're going to hopefully come in from behind it and then boost its periapsis away from Kerbin. So I did build a rocket. That was the one I used the other day. I was thinking, well, I'm just going to throw some fuel and more fuel, try to keep everything else light. I call it the Asteroid Intercept Mission 1, AIM 1. Okay, here's my booster stage. I put a fairing around that. I'll blow it when I get up through there. I have a 2 tanks here, well, one 32 fuel tank here. I have 1 tank here, it's a 16. And then I have my grabber arm and a little bit of RCS. So it's not much on a rocket. I mean, it's not much. But here I had to reduce some of the fuel, had to take some fuel out, and I took some of the fuel out of here because my thrust to weight ratio wasn't good enough. But at 1.01, this is what I can get up into space. Now what I'll do is, when I get up there, this won't totally be empty, and I'll transfer some of the fuel from here up to this one. So from here up will be full of fuel. So, and I'm thinking, I'm hoping, I don't know, that my antenna is good enough to reach that far. So we'll just have to see. We're going to go ahead and launch because everything is set up to where it's 12 days out from entering Kerbin's sphere of influence. We're going to go get this thing, hopefully, figure out what to do. Now, the first thing, of course, is to get on the same inclination. So we got to go to the map. We got to target that asteroid that's coming in, AIC-094. We're going to target it. Of course, it's coming up from the bottom, and if we do boost it, it'll come out this way and leave down here Kerbin escape. So it's getting ready to come in. It's going to come this way. So I need to, when I launch, I need to launch in a north trajectory, heading, northern heading. But I want to get my spaceship underneath this is me right here. I want to get underneath here, and that way when I launch, I'll launch kind of north, almost 45, a little bit more. But let's see how this goes. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm gonna speed up time until my ship comes underneath. It's gonna be a nighttime launch, isn't it? Yeah, I could wait and do a daytime launch south, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to launch now. Speeding up time, waiting for my little probe here to get underneath. Okay. It's really close by the time I get back over there. I'm going to launch up from here, heading that direction. Hopefully I can get it spot on, but if not, we'll work on it. I'm pretty sure my rocket has enough delta V, 6,416. I think that's enough even to get to Moho. Crying out loud, it should be. I know this is going to be a nighttime mission, or excuse me, a nighttime launch. But I have to wrap this around my head here. This is east. I don't want to go east. This is north. I don't want to go north. I want to go somewhere 45 degrees. Excuse me. So, after launch, this is a very slow launch. Remember, it only has 1.01 thrust to weight ratio. So it starts out really slow. But here we go. I'm going to launch it. We are ready. I am going to hit F5. I don't know why. I'll probably have to quick save or do something else. Hopefully this will work. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat or something. Okay. Here we go. 3. It's don't know the name of the mission, just Asteroid Intercept Mission, Asteroid Redirect Mission. This is an impactor, so this is kind of important. So here we go. Whoop, full throttle. Absolutely full throttle. And launch. Now, essentially, I'm going to be heading, let's see, that way's west, that way is north, so I want to be heading that way, I'm assuming. Go. I'm going to start my roll here in just a moment. I want to get up to about 100 meters per second here. Kind of what we want to do. I am going to rotate. I don't want to do anything too drastic. That way, when the boosters fall away, they won't hit the back of my rocket. Hope we're on a good trajectory. Assuming this is what we need. If not, we'll just have to get up there and correct it. Okay, I'm going to lock it on that. Boosters are gone. Here we go. That fell away nicely. Okay, up here we're at 40,000. And right here we're at 25,000, but our apoapsis is at 44, so that's good. I want to keep it kind of low on this side. I don't want to get up too high. We're kind of through the atmosphere a little bit. I'm going to jump this up down a little bit more. Angle. Slow down a little bit. Let's just check our trajectory. Oh, I gotta head more north, of course. This thing pointing more north. Way north, looks like it's at a 45 degree. We're gonna be off a little bit because I left a little bit later than maybe what I'm supposed to. Apoapsis is at 88. So once this line looks about like that green line, we'll be all right. Apoapsis is at 94. Still growing. I mean, as long as it's close, you know, as long as it's close. that's about where I want it. So now we're just going to kind of circularize this, make it more circular orbit. I'm going to stop and see what we got here. I'm at 102 there. Check my fuel. Got a little bit of fuel. If I blow this, I don't want to leave any. I don't want to leave any debris in space. So I won't use all of my fuel here, but we'll go ahead and get this circularized. Put that out. Okay. I tell you, this is going to be interesting to see if I can actually save Kerbin from an impactor. I don't even know how big the asteroid is. I don't even think I looked. It could be just a small one, and it won't take much to push it out of the way, or it could be a big one. I don't know. Anyway, it wasn't too bad on that. I mean, I'll fix it, but 4 degrees off. I was 4 degrees off. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. Get positioned. About 29 seconds. I don't want to burn all of this because I do want to move some of it. We can go ahead and blow this, I think. I'm going to F5 save it here. I'm going to blow this, blow that off. I would like to blow the next one off too. That way I can reach the fuel tanks and start filling them up. Okay, we want that one. And this one. We're going to move some fuel in. And that left me a little bit. Yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good. Probably got some in this one too. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to complete the circularize, but not all the way. We got to dump this fuel tank though. Okay, we're out. That was perfect. I'm going to jettison this tank here. Yep. Okay, goodbye. We are going to use a little bit of RCS to get away from it. We're going to fire the next engine. F5 again, save that. And let's complete this burn here. Go. Still not up there. What's our periapsis? Periapsis at 57. Am I going to go back down into the... oh. Yep, there we go. 75 and 235. So... good enough. I know this is kind of a mess right here, everything on it, but okay, so that's got us into an orbit. I'm at 76 here, 235 there. We're kind of close to the inclination of the asteroid that it'll come into the sphere of influence of Kerbin. These are our close approach markers. These little pink ones, we're going to line them up, and that's our closest approach to an intercept. So we'll eventually be making a burn here on the back side of Kerbin at our periapsis. So I'm going to add a maneuver. We're going to thrust forward. We're going to blow our... Oh yeah, and I do need to make a inclination change. I need to make that inclination change first. So we're going to do it at the ascending node. I'll get there in 2 minutes. Now at an ascending node, you need to make a anti-normal burn. Make an anti-normal burn at the ascending node. And what we're essentially trying to do is get a perfect inclination. We're going to be on the same orbit. I think it was at 4.87, and right now it's at 1.11. We're going to try to get that down to 0. I'm at 0.2. I'm at 0.1. Still at 0.1. I mean, that's close enough too, but 0.1. 0.2. I went too far, so 0.2. 0.4. It's kind of finicky, but if I can get it, whoops, 0.1. It's close. I'm going to go right now. We'll get set up for this burn. So I come up, yeah, I've come up over the, oh, time to open the panels here. Keep that charge going. See, this isn't much of a rocket. I mean, it's not much of a payload. Couple of RCS tanks, battery, a couple of solar panels. I got a few down here that'll keep it going, but 2, what do we call these? Oh yeah, reaction wheels. 2 reaction wheels. But normally on my last one, this was almost out of fuel when I got to the asteroid. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'll have to jettison this one. Here's the grabber arm. I mean, and a couple of lights. You know, that's it. A couple of lights on here. Ooh, got the lights on. Okay, let's get ready for our burn in 30 seconds. Need to make it about 15 seconds. It says it's 196. Just seems awful big, but we'll see. I'm going to watch it in map mode. Here we go. We're closing in on this. We're going to make that blue line match the green line. Okay, there we are. We're on the same trajectory as the asteroid that's coming in. Now what we have to do is we'll wait one more orbit. We'll come around, we'll start boosting, and hopefully in 13 days we'll be out here somewhere. Hopefully in 13 days we'll be out here somewhere, and in 13 days he'll be coming in somewhere, and hopefully I'll be able to catch him. That's the plan. Let's go ahead and get set up on our maneuver node. Yeah, it's a little, I like this interstage right here. This the way you do this is you just take a tank, and instead of putting the rocket right on the bottom, just add a or just, you know, you don't have to add nothing this big. Add something, add the little rocket tank here, fuel tank here, and it's an FL200 fuel tank, and then put the rocket on the engine on it. I think it just looks better than having a small rocket on the end of a big tank. Don't forget your fuel lines. But yeah, here we go, going over Kerbin. We're at 89,000. We are climbing to 248. It'll take us 33 minutes to get back to our periapsis. So in 33 minutes, I'll make a burn. Of course, I'm going to speed up time. I'm just kind of relaxing, just taking this all in. Got 13 days, I think. I'm going to hit F5 to save. And I guess maybe on my next episode, I'm going to end this one here. On my next episode, we'll make the burn, and we'll be on our way to the edge of Kerbin's sphere of influence. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Stay tuned for the next video, and